make it hard for another sucker to flex. Show them this ain't the squad or a sucker to test. Pimp, but too large and we way too fresh. Work well with. They quick to check a lane like a game of chess. You wanna be better, bring your best. Cause we be standing in your front yard yelling. Bring them out, bring them out. All my hot girls yelling. Bring them out, bring them out. All the dope boys yelling. Bring them out, bring them out. Front the back gate yelling. Bring them out, bring them out. Oh, front yard yelling. Bring them out, bring them out. All my hot girls yelling. Bring them out, bring them out. All the dope boys yelling. Bring them out, bring them out. Front the back gate yelling. Bring them out, bring them out. Oh. Bring them out, 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 bring them out. You just heard the sound of the king of the South, T.I. I go by the name of Swiss Beats the Monster. Bring them out, 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 bring them out.
Your hands Take that pain, pass it down like bottles on the wall. Mama said her dad's to blame, but that's his daddy's fault. Oh, there's no one left to call. You stay up counting down the days till you make your escape, but you're afraid you cannot run what's running through your veins. Oh, you're carrying the weight in the dead of night on that broken road. I won't let you walk alone. Oh, my brother, you don't have to follow in your bloodline. Oh, we got each other, and if you got tomorrow, then you still got time to break the chain that left you scarred from where you came. Is it who you are? Oh, my brother, you don't have to follow in your bloodline. Oh, I won't pretend it's something that you're destined to repeat. Oh, you're stronger than you think. Know it has to end, but you don't know where to start. You can pack your bags and I'll meet you where you are. Oh, I'll be waiting in the car in the dead of night on that broken road. I won't let you walk alone. Oh, my brother, you don't have to follow in your bloodline. Oh, we got each other, and if you got tomorrow, then you still got time to break. Where you came, is it who you are? Oh, my brother, you don't have to follow in your bloodline. Let's go. It's not done with you yet. When it feels like you're losing, oh, my brother, you don't have to follow in your blood.
From the picturesque Pacific Northwest in the city of Seattle, welcome inside Lumen Field, where all the 12s make it at home for the Seahawks. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. With Greg Olson, I'm Mike Tirico, and this is Spencer Schrader to get things rolling. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line.
Ready? Crackle 80. Hey, check that. Street. Ready.
The first carry for the Spartans, Kenneth Walker. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this. Fought through that first contact. It'll bring up second down.
2 yards.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains. They're nothing fancy. But they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
Third, they need 8.
A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
Mustang 19. Go.
From the shotgun, it's Milroe. You can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a first down.
It's a gain of 16.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the first down.
And he'll get about 5.
Taking down at the 41. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 4.
Ready.
They keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
A loss of 1.
Milroe on 3rd down. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision. That's taken in. And he's going to have a Seahawks 1st down. They find a way to keep the drive going with the 4th down conversion.
28-yard line.
Love the idea of going for it on 4th down. Anytime you're on your opponent's side of the field, Mike, you have to take advantage of that field position. You're too long for a field goal, but you're too close to the end zone to punt it. So going for it on 4th down is definitely the right move. Now you've got to take advantage of it and don't let it go to waste.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Once again, it's Walker. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Panther 11. Let's go.
Off the play fake, here's Milroe. Open man, the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And he'll take this one in. Brevin Jordan, touchdown Seattle. That is his 1st touchdown this year. The extra point is good. And the Seahawks will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Opening carry of the game for the versatile Christian McCaffrey. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 26-yard line.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Purdy. He'll find his open man. That's Brandon Ayuk. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
3rd and inches, you see a lot of teams try to take a shot. Why, Mike? Because they know on 4th and inches, they still have a chance to convert the 1st down. The shot wasn't there, but they're still able to pick up a nice gain and convert and bring up 1st down.
And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Derek Hall there to bring him down.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 41-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play.
It's a gain.
A pickup of 21 on that connection. 1st down, 49ers.
Doesn't it seem like that every time we see a highlight reel catch, they love showing the wide receivers and the running backs, but let's give a little love to the big tight end. I mean, what an athletic play. Understanding that ball was down and away, you've got to lay out to secure it, and not only is he able to get his hands under it and catch it initially, he's able to survive the ground, and it's a big-time play.
He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Boye Mafe in on the tackle. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Purdy to throw. A pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass ball's incomplete.
Based on the routes downfield, it looked like the protection was designed to give the quarterback a little bit more time to wait for things to uncover downfield. So give credit up front to the defensive line. Immediate pressure early speeds up the quarterback's clock. He's got no choice than to get rid of it, probably a little bit earlier than he would have preferred.
3rd down. Purdy. He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. And he is taken down. A big gain on that one. Great way for them to end this opening quarter. It's the 49ers with the football to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with 1st and 10. They'll send a tight end in motion. On the handoff, McCaffrey. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
He was taken down by Boye Mafe. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Seahawks 10-yard line.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. On 2nd down, Purdy. That is caught by the tight end. Touchdown, San Francisco.
San Francisco.
This is the type of start you dream about as a kid, Mike. First NFL catch, and it goes for a touchdown. I mean, you can't make it up. You got to imagine he's got to be rolling right now, and I'd go right back to him.
Spencer Schrader now on for the extra point. He's got it. And the 49ers come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Here comes a return from the 5. We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
At their own 22-yard line.
Go! Rocco 80. Steady.
On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And he's able to push his way forward. A gain of about 2. It'll be 2nd down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7?
3rd down and 7.
18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
From the gun, it's Milroe. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
Into space. And he's going to bring this one back. 87 yards. Touchdown, San Francisco. No problem there on the extra point. And the 49ers will move out to a 14-7 lead. kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Come on, come on. Let's go.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. He's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, here's the give to Walter. And he's got it to the 35-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, Seattle.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not this.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. Michael Williams getting to the quarterback there for his 8th sack of the year. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Rig alert, rig alert. Cup 19, Cup 19, 19 Lion, 18 Pioneer. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Out of the gun, it's Milroe. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8.
Hey, crash. Trap 60, trap 60. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Dragon 60. Warrior 70. Ready.
Now Milroe. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. His 2nd catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a first down.
These curl routes. He's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground. Back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
46-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. We're back to Seattle after this. Second down, 8 yards to go.
Go. Ready.
Shotgun run now with Walker. And they'll take this down inside the 35. They get 15 on that game. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Here we go. Stop. Go.
Here's Milroe to throw. That one swung out wide to Walker. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down.
1st and 10.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter.
The Niners will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
Come on, come on.
Now it's Milroe. He's got it at the 7, and he's in. Elijah Arroyo. Touchdown Seahawks. It's his 3rd touchdown catch this year. The extra point is up and through. And the Seahawks will tie things up. We are all even at 14.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Get set, stop.
Play action. Here's Purdy. And he's downfield to the tight end Pitts. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Timeout 49ers. That is their second. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. Now, a handoff to McCaffrey. Now McCaffrey loses the football.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
Now Milroe on 1st down. Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out. And no turnover here. Let the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime.
Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Now, faking the give. To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. And he will go all the way. Elijah Arroyo. Touchdown, Seattle. That's his second touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. Extra point try forthcoming. He's got it. And the Seahawks have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
First and 10 for Purdy. He fires downfield for Pitts. And that is incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And that will lead to a second down.
Yeah, a little predictable there. You feel like you just gave up points, and the first thing you want to do is you just want to answer back, and you try to get it all in one play. Nice job by the defensive coordinator understanding the deep shot was coming, having the right call there. So offensively, just take what's there. You're not going to get all those points back in one play. Take your time, take what's there, sustain the drive.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. The Niners will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down.
I like the fact that they took a shot on 3rd and long, right? A lot of offenses in that situation would be a little bit more conservative playing for the 4th down punt. They're trying to pick up a big chunk play through the air, but now that you can't connect, it all but guarantees you got to punt this ball away as it brings up 4th and a mile.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go.
From the shotgun, it's Milroe. On the run to the right, taking the deep shot for Smith and Jigba. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they get the timeout. The Seahawks going to bring their kicker out and try a field goal. And this was the old NFL record spot, a 63-yard attempt. So we are at halftime, and Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback. A run with the man from Louisville, Isaac Durendo. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Purdy now on 2nd down. Oh, he's going to find his running back downfield. And he's going to be dragged down, but not till he's inside the 25. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 47 yards.
1st and 10.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Throwing is Purdy. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down. Derek Hall in there for his 2nd sack of the game. That brings him to 10 on the season. Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. Throwing is Purdy. The man, that is Jordan Watkins. That'll be good for 11 yards. Still short of the first down marker. And 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun, it's Purdy. A throw right side is intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. He's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Let's go. 76.
They'll start by going forward with a pop pass. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Taken down at the 10-yard line. It's a
2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ready. Bronco 80.
Now this looks like a design run. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Flush to his right. That's hauled in at the 2. And he'll take it on in. Curry from here. It's up and through. And the Seahawks have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They'll go play action with Purdy. He's going to send it downfield for Ayuk. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Milroe. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Ready,
So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll run it for the first time. Here comes Zach Charbonnet.
Sometimes there's just nowhere to go, right? We ask these running backs, Mike, to do a lot of work, find space, create something out of nothing. Well, this time, he was able to create nothing out of nothing.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
60 Bobcats. Get it. 8 Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
Now they'll throw it with Milroe. Well covered on the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerry Jones.
Mike, it's very simple in the NFL. You're just not going to win a lot of games when you're losing the turnover battle to this degree. And it's their struggles protecting the football. They've continued to hurt them here today, and that's why they find themselves trailing at this point in the game.
That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. The extra point is good. And the Seahawks will extend this 3rd quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete.
The pass protection's been a little bit shaky at times, and that was the case there. And even though they're not going to go down for allowing a sack, it was allowing the pressure that ultimately prevented that pass from being complete.
Purdy now on 2nd down. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. That is a big gain for the 49ers. It's a gain of 34. On the give, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Out of the gun, here's Purdy. Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. Trying to get it to Christian McCaffrey out of the backfield. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
3 yards to go.
Shotgun snap to Purdy. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. It's a pickup of 12. It's good for a Niners 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 12.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Purdy going to give this to Garenda. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it. We'll send a tight end in motion right. So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 10. They'll motion the tight end right. On 2nd down, Purdy. He's got his big tight end. Touchdown, 49ers. His 2nd catch of the game. And both have gone for touchdowns. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Corey Horton now to return it. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Here we go.
Here's a design run. And he'll force his way forward, maybe a yard. 2nd down coming up.
So they try to throw a little bit of a curveball. We see him throw it to this guy a lot. Now, in this case, they hand it to him, thinking they can catch the defense off guard and generate a big play. And let's give a lot of credit to the defense. They were ready for it, they were prepared for it, and they held it to a modest game.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Milroe. Finding room at midfield. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
That's good.
Good-looking screenplay there. A gain of 11 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On the ground, Charbonnet. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Ready? Panther 60, Panther 60. 19 Lions. Ready, right?
Off the play fake, here's Milroe. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That is going to be all in. He's got it. Touchdown, Seattle. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Makes the score Seahawks 42, 49ers 21.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Watkins motioning over. First and 10. Purdy. To the right. That's Pitts. And he'll be out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
At the 45-yard line.
Purdy on first down. They'll try to set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Screen works to perfection. Give him 18 yards and move the chains. First down.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, San Francisco.
Out of the gun, it's Purdy. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked up by Nick Emanwari. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Every once in a while, Mike, you see a quarterback predetermined before the snap where they're going to go with the ball, and I think that was the case here. He told himself, I'm throwing the ball to him no matter what, and it ends up being a costly mistake.
Cowboy, ready?
And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On the ready. Here we go. Ready.
Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it, and he will not be able to get free. Picking up only a yard. Now it's third down.
Brings up third down and 9.
Hey. Cougar 19. Let's go.
Out of the gun, it's Milroe. He's got a man, that's Horton. And it's a gain of 19 to the 19-yard line.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Buffalo 18. Ready.
From the gun, it's Milroe. This one is pulled in on the feet and bounds. Yes! Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. Touchdown, Seahawks. They continue to add points. Greg, very interesting here. They are just rolling up the score even though we're in the fourth.
No doubt, Mike. I mean, this offensive play caller has no let-up. I mean, he's going to see how many points can I put on this scoreboard before that clock runs out.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. Still get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
At their own 28-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Purdy. The throw here is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him,
oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And it's a big return. He's finally tackled right near midfield.
and that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
Milroe now off the bootleg. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. On second down, Milroe. He's going to air this one out. And this will be incomplete.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
Ready.
On third down, Milroe. This one down the field, but lined up incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Set. Bronco 80. 79. Hey, smash.
The Niners will use the first of their timeouts. Get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one.
On the set.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Milroe. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on fourth. Going to give the ball over on down.
Turnover on down.
First and 10 for Purdy. That's going to be incomplete. Hubbard very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because, think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end, And at the end of the day, there's just...
Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And fortunately, one of his teammates downfield comes to his rescue and retains possession after the big play. On 1st and 10, it's Purdy. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
Get set, get set. 18, what's up? Go. Up.
Again in the air for Purdy. This one complete to Watkins. And we'll get whistles and a timeout, so they will stop the clock. Closing seconds, game decided, but timeout anyway.
3rd down.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Watkins motioning over. 3rd and short. Purdy. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. Schrader now for the extra point. He's got it. And the 49ers are able to edge a bit closer.
48. 49ers 28.
Put up on the gas, but somebody gotta do it. Turn his TV off, turn his TV off, turn his TV off, turn his TV off, turn his TV off.
Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Hold the ready. Let's go now. 18 card.
Here we go. One final play. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So the 12th man, a factor here, as it's a win for the Seahawks. They get the home victory here in the division in the first of their 2 scheduled matchups. A chance to go for the season sweep on the road later in the season. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Seahawks, as we say, so long from Seattle.
Wild little piece. Lord, how I gave my parents fist. Tried so hard to raise me right, but I was born to run the night. Daddy took me hunting when I was a kid. Wouldn't believe what the hell I did. He said, boy, hold this. Told my cousin, you better run. Last time he poked fun at me, got my with a tree. Blue lights lit up my brown eyes. I just tried to play cool.
said, boy, you're just a fool. Cuffed and stuffed me in the trunk. Next time I won't get so. White son of a gun, pay for all I've done. Well, they'll get upset, 'cause I ain't done just yet. My parents' couch, tried to figure out what love's about. Mom came busting through that door. What? No more. Kick that girl out in the street. Next time I'll be more discreet. Wild son of a gun, pay for all